Yo, we got Group F today. Netherlands, Japan, Sweden, Tunisia. It's a fun one. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. It helps the channel out. So let's get into it.
Okay, Group F. Netherlands, Japan, Sweden, Tunisia. If we look at their average ranking, these averages are a little bit tough because they're mainly a factor of who your worst of how well ranked your worst team is. Brazil, Morocco, Haiti, Scotland is 35 purely because Haiti's 83rd in the world. So that brings down that average ranking. If let's say you took, I believe that's Congo, who's ranked 46th, it would be around the same level as the France group. So it kind of depends on what your worst team is like. And obviously, these guys, this group has it's the second best worst ranked team. So they're obvious. That's kind of an explanation for the very high average ranking. Netherlands clear front runner. Verbruggen in goal, likely played in the World Cup last year, but last time 2022. He's got the experience. Van de Ven, very good for Tottenham, fastest player in the league. Virgil van Dijk, obviously talked about him in the first video. He's one of the most important players at this World Cup, especially for the Netherlands. Ake will play. Frimpong might play, but he's very injury prone. Dumfries will definitely play. He's one of their, better attacking and defensive players. So we'll see what their back line looks like. They typically play three in the back, and then wide outside wing backs. Gravenberch, their midfield's kind of their strong suit. Gravenberch plays for Liverpool. I think he's one of the best midfielders in the world. So calm on the ball, dictates the game, and he's really not afraid to kind of, show his personality and his quality. Like some midfielders are very passive in what they do. He's not. I really like him. Tijani Reinders plays for Manchester City. He played well in the World Cup, but he's also an incredible midfielder. Quentin Timber, brother of Urian Timber for Arsenal, very good player. Xavi Simons, heartbreaking injury against Tottenham. He's out of the world, for Tottenham, tore his ACL. He's out. But I think they still have, Reinders, Gravenberch, De Jong's playing better, and he's healthier now. Noah Lang's a baller. Brian Brobby, I love Brobby because he's an old school strength and power. Strength and power. That is what he's about. He's a monster. Just holds off the defender, very direct, and can just slap the shot. That man was built off of pure egusi and jollof rice. That is what Brian Brobby does. Oh, the pace and the power that he has is unreal. And look, he's kind of young. He doesn't have much World Cup experience, so there's a chance he doesn't start, but he'll come on and he'll play well, I think, especially with how chaotic the World Cup gets. He's the type of striker that really benefits off of that type of stuff. Weghorst, obviously that crazy moment with Argentina, his 2 goals in like 10 minutes. But the thing is now, and Gakpo for Liverpool, he's not been the greatest for Liverpool, but he played well, and he plays well in the World Cup. I think Liverpool's a bad system for him. So I think he'll play better for the Netherlands than he will for Liverpool. But the thing is Ronald Koeman's the manager, and I'm not a big fan of his. He's very vocal, as most Dutch managers are. But Van Gaal I liked him a lot, and Koeman's more of a defensive guy. So we'll see how they play. But I think they definitely have the quality to win this group. Let's see how they're playing. I mean, Norway's a tough match. They're winning. Ecuador is one of the better teams in the world. They're a draw there. But it's a tough group. I mean, 2-2 against Spain is a very good result. That's the Nation League finals. They're wanting to go far. I think a realistic expectation for them could be quarterfinals or semifinals. I don't really see them getting the finals. I don't see them winning, but you never know. You never know. And then granted, it's a tough group. It's a tough group. I mean, you look at Japan, right? Good team, always plays well in the World Cup. They always do well. Mitoma for Brighton, he's very good. Ritsu Doan for Frankfurt. Who else do I have? Kamada plays in the Premier League. Ito plays for Bayern. I mean, it's not as strong as previous Japanese squads, but they're very disciplined. They're very well coached. Very hard to, get a good result against. And if you look at, they just beat England, so that should tell you something, right? Beat Scotland, beat England. They're very good at grinding out these results, and they play up to the level of their opponent. There's always a shot that Japan win this group. We got a good result against them. Australia got a good result against them. But they're winning. I mean, beating Brazil in October. These are great results. Beating South Korea, good team. I see 1 and 2 as Japan and the Netherlands. But again, Sweden's not a bad team. Neither is Tunisia. Sweden's a little bit older. Victor Lindelof's getting old. He's kind of their center back. Their captain. They're kind of their cornerstone. Yeah, Isak hopefully will be back for them. Elanga's a good player. He plays at Newcastle. Rooney Bargi is an interesting one because he's kind of been a youngster that people have been paying attention to for a while now. I think it's time for him to step up, and I think it could be one of those players that people don't talk about until the World Cup. He starts playing well, and all of a sudden, he plays at Barcelona, so he's already got the big move. But Graham Potter's a good manager. He trusts the youth. He did with Brighton when he was at Brighton. And they have 2 good strikers with Gyökeres and Isak. They've got good wingers. Again, it's a strong, strong team. Good result against Poland. Good result against Ukraine. Did they make it through the? Yeah, they make it through the playoffs. They've definitely earned their way here. If we look at their 2025 results, not the greatest. 4-1 to Switzerland. I think this kind of shows how good Switzerland is, but not the best. Beating Algeria is a good result because Algeria is a tough team. I mean, it seems like they don't play as well as the quality shows for them, especially against these European teams. Typically more disciplined defensively, which Japan will be, Netherlands will be. Tunisia, I don't know. Let's see what Tunisia's got going on. I'm not familiar with many of these players. I'm sure they've got a couple of ballers here and there. But what's crazy about this is that they're ranked 41st or 44th in the country without a single player worth over 10 million. That is shocking to me. So they clearly are very well connected in terms of how they play, probably very disciplined. I haven't seen too many games, so I can't speak to their style of play. I don't like seeing that. Canada's not getting these great results. I don't think they'll do too well. But 1-0 against Haiti, it's a decent result. 2-0 loss against Morocco. A draw against Brazil. This Brazil squad's giving up some poor results. They're not playing the best teams. The Brazil result is interesting. But let's look at the games. So the first game is going to be, which I think is one of these games that's quote unquote top 5 in the group stage in Dallas. It's going to be interesting. That game could go whatever way. I think it might decide the group. I kind of see Sweden winning this one just because I see how they're doing against these more. They typically do better against the less established teams and the less defensively solid teams. And I don't know whether Tunisia is that, but they're giving up goals to Jordan. They don't really stop goals. Granted, this World Cup qualification, they did very well. Yeah, they won their group. Sweden, Tunisia is going to be an interesting one. I think Netherlands win this. Japan, I would have Japan here. I think Netherlands win that one. Really, it comes down to the Japan-Netherlands game. But I do think Netherlands are good enough to win that. I think Japan gets second. I would put Sweden third and Tunisia fourth. But that's definitely a marquee game right there. It's one that you better be watching. Japan-Netherlands. And if you look at Group F, so Group F, the second place team will play the first place team for Group C. That's tough. because then you got to play Brazil or Morocco. So you don't want to be second in this group. If Netherlands gets second in this group, they could be going home really quick. 1F plays 2C, which isn't great either because Netherlands kind of got screwed with this. And Japan too, you could argue, because if they win the group, they get to play the 8th best team in the world. If they get second in the group, they play the 6th best team in the world, according to FIFA at least. So, you can't win here. Like you could argue that getting third is better than winning this group, because if they get third, maybe they play first place from somewhere else, and first place might be Belgium, who's not as strong. It might be Canada or Switzerland, Mexico. You just don't want to be playing Brazil or Morocco in the first game of the knockout stage, which will be the case for both these teams. So it's a rough go for Group F. I mean, sorry, boys. But I think that's good on Group F. I'm going to be doing Group G tomorrow. It's coming together. It's coming together. I'm excited to finish it up, start talking about the knockout stage, what I think could happen, start talking about some of these really good games. But I appreciate you tuning in, and stay tuned for the next video.